Hello, how's everyone doing on this Wednesday?
Yes, Wednesday.
Let me tag you. Hey, you're tagged now. If you're watching live, go ahead and say hello. If you're watching the replay, go ahead and put replay in the comments. Whoop, whoop. All right. So today we're gonna talk about You Are a Badass Every Day of the book. Dun, 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 dun.
Right here.
Yeah. We have 2 videos going on right now, so that's why we're doing it
All
that
the
way.
cameras. It's really kind of weird to be looking at ourselves in every angle.
Exactly. All right, so if you don't know what my name is, Nancy Rosas.
And I'm Brittany Rodriguez.
Woo-woo. We've been friends for like long time. So we decided to do this a couple months ago.
Yeah, and then we kind of just got busy with life, and
Yes, exactly.
we let how many months go by?
I think a
month?
good 2 months actually.
2. Okay.
So long overdue.
Yes.
For this live video and video in general. Today we're going to be talking about You Are a Badass Every Day. And so we're just going to give you a summary, and then we're going to give you our takeaways from it, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
So again, if you're watching live, go ahead and say hello. If you're watching the replay, go ahead and put replay in the comments. And let's get started. So, summary.
So this is, I guess, kind of like a workbook if you've read the first book. And I think even if you haven't, it gives you good tools.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're just like sections, I guess, not even chapters, of advice, of helpful tools that helped her to live a more abundant, more grateful life, I think.
Yeah, so if you've read her past 2 books, I think it was like the money one and the regular yellow book. Drop it in the comments if you read that. Which one have you read? The yellow book or the green book, or both? Drop it in the comments. I've read both. Have you read both?
I've just read the other one, the
yellow one,
yeah,
the regular one. So it's really different from the other 2 books that she has. Like Brittany mentioned, it's more of like a workbook. She calls it like a spiritual gym guide. Let me go ahead and tell you guys what exactly she says in there. Like it's like a supplement, and like this is my new accountability partner, y'all. Like an extra accountability partner. She says it doesn't go deep into explaining how a lot of the concepts work, like her other books, but it gives you simple prompts to think about and put into action immediately.
Plus, I like what she also said of how if you just flip to a page, it'll give you something to think about, kind of like something to implement, and I like that.
Right.
So you don't have to follow it from point A to point B.
Right, yeah. So definitely a good supplement to actually putting into action like your goals and everything. You guys know I talk that a lot about that. Like, you may have a vision, but are you really putting the effort and actions to make that vision actually be accomplished, right? So she does that in the book. So it's like a supplement, and don't think it's like explaining the concepts more. So we definitely recommend reading the other books first. If you haven't, they're great. I know some people they read some books, but they can't get into it, and some people, obviously people learn in different ways. So I know for one of my other friends, I recommended this book, and she was like, this is what I needed. This is what motivates me, how she writes and all her language. So it definitely depends on what you learn, right? And how you learn as well. Yeah. So that's like the summary of the book, just to give you like a little glimpse about it. Takeaways. We're gonna talk about takeaways now.
Do you want to go first?
You go first.
Okay. I really liked how she, like, because I'm really big on morning routines now.
Mm-hmm.
And I really liked where she said to think about how lovable you are and how much you love the people that you love.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of to start in that mindset of, like, gratitude.
Right.
Because throughout the day, I know, like, I start thinking all the negative thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the big ones for me is, like, not feeling loved.
Mm-hmm.
But then it has to start with myself.
Right.
So I like that reminder was there.
Mm-hmm.
And to start your morning like that. And then another thing for me, too, is that I get very, like, involved in a situation. And so I don't step out. And sometimes I add to the negativity of a situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that she says to, like, pause, take a deep breath, and then come at it from a more, like, positive perspective and in gratitude.
Uh-huh.
And I think that's really important, especially at work. Some of the situations I get into.
Yeah.
Where it's just, like, I get frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to, like, pause and, like, okay, how can I look at this from an angle of seeing the other person's situation?
Right.
Not like, oh, they're doing this to me. Oh, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, so like stepping into their shoes.
Yes.
and like that goes off like another part of the book that she explains, like sometimes when people like their actions and everything, or like they start like negativity and all that, it's sometimes it's just talking about themselves and not really about you. So it's really just stepping into their shoes and like actually like trying to like comprehend like why are they saying this to you, you know? And most of it, like, don't take it personally, basically.
Plus, like, shifting your perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Because every situation that we're in is how we perceive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
More than their words. It's how we're interpreting.
Right.
Or their actions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then that goes to my my takeaway of it, and I know I've talked about this before about like changing your internal dialogue and all that. And she goes more of like examples of how to do that, because maybe I didn't do a good job, but of like letting you guys know. But like, for example, she says to take your favorite complaint and turn it inside out and make it your new favorite affirmations. Who has affirmations? Put it in the comments. Affirmations. I know I do. I have several. Like
I have a few.
Yeah.
It changes for each situation, but I like that I have that.
Yeah.
As like a tool.
Yeah, and these are all tools like that you can use because you don't know. I remember talking to Brittany through text message, and I was like asking her like how her personal development is going, you know, and all that. And I remember she was telling me, yeah, I mean, I think it's working, you know, like, and I was like, yeah, I mean, these tools are there that you have and the resources that you have, because you don't know the situation that you're going to be in, and then you don't know what's going to work for you at that moment. So having these tools obviously will help you like be more in the situation and like having it a positive instead of a negative effect. So for example, she says like a complaint, I can't afford it, becomes, and she turned it inside out, which is money loves me so much it throws itself at me. I know that sounds crazy, but like,
it works.
It does. It really does. I know I've caught myself talking like that, internal dialogue and all that. I mean, we all do. Like, it's just turning it inside out and turning it into a positive affirmation and all that. Another one is I'm exhausted becomes I'm excited to meet my day, and this excitement gives me energy. As corny as that sounds and like how weird it sounds, I mean, it's going to help you change your internal dialogue so you can have more of a positive aspect of life, because we do get like drowned in our negative thoughts and all that.
And then I think we just like what other people are saying too. Mm-hmm. And then it just like continues in a cycle where we just like continue the negative talk.
Right.
Like we start to voice it.
Right.
With their complaints.
Yeah. And this doesn't mean like you have to like, if Brittany says she's like having a hard day, or like if she's like complaining of something, I'm not going to be telling her like right away, like, oh, you should do this, this, and this. Mm-hmm. You should actually like say, hey, I'm sorry, like feel for them, feel like exactly what they're like going through. Empathize, yes, exactly. And then give them the tools that may help them to have a positive effect on it, you know. So it's not like I'm just gonna spit this positivity in you, you know. But again, it's empathizing, like Brittany said. And I love in the beginning of the book, she says that success requires commitment, motivation, focus, a sense of purpose, and courage, and it requires that you continually strengthen these muscles so you meet each new challenge with a big O can get of the. Oh, I'm not gonna say that, but I
just keep going.
Get out of the beep way, okay? So again and again, I repeat this: success comes from you continually improving, striving for continuous improvement, and all that. You have decision to keep going and meeting those goals and all that. I really like that part of the book because it's true, and we always need that reminder because we always feel defeated. I mean, we're human. We think negative things, and like we just like bring ourselves down. We're like the worst critics
we can
of ourselves.
Be our worst enemies.
Yeah, exactly. So I really like those takeaways from the book. I actually, to be honest, I'm like not even halfway through the book. But from reading that much, I've gotten so much like new gold nuggets, like they say, to actually like tools that will help me. And yeah. What about your overall conclusions?
I just really like the tips that they have.
Yeah.
And I like that you can just flip through the book and be like, okay, I want to try this one.
Right. Yeah. We have it. She has it like underlined and like sticky notes on there, so she can refer back easily. I usually just have my bookmark and like underline it.
It's a really cute bookmark.
Yeah, thank you to my cousin that got it for me from Cabo, Mexico. Yay! Shout out to her. You know who you are. But that is our coffee and books today. Hopefully we can make this a monthly thing.
Yeah, for a few months.
So we got things going on. We got busy lives, you know, all that. But let us know in the comments what you would like for us to read and like discuss, and what our overall review is of the book, or review of the book, and comments that we've gotten from the book. So thank you for watching, and we hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. You're at the end of the week, so keep going to that Friday, y'all, and be present obviously on this day. And hopefully the tools that we mentioned, you can implement them today. And if you do implement them, put it in the comments, like, oh hey, look, I tried this, and let us know your feedback as well. So bye.